Hi everyone, Coyote Montana here, and today I'm going to tell you something about some albums that are something like this. Why do LP finals and cassettes have the number of songs on side A and side B, but not the 8-track tapes or CD and CDs? Well, I'll explain why. Well, I'm not going to talk much about the 8-tracks, but only a little bit. So, the thing is, with LP finals and cassettes, that when they've come out, when they first came years ago, they had a number of songs on both sides, because they can't put all of them on one side, because it's like a lot. Same thing with cassettes. So, here's an example. I have some of my CDs here, so I could give you an example of. Like, here's an example here. Ands. So, when this came in 1998 along with the movie, well, the movie and the soundtrack here came on both cassette and CD at the same time. Because it doesn't, the thing is, with the soundtrack, it has the number of songs. Like, it can be either 21 or 20. Doesn't matter which ones you can get, your decision. So, when you look on the back on both the cassette and CD of the soundtrack, it has like the number of songs. So, when I was on Discog, that's the website where I look up the soundtracks and stuff. You see, when I was on Discog, I was looking at the soundtrack on cassette, and it has the number of songs, which is there are 21. And the one that can have 20 songs. So, when it starts off with the first song, I can see clearly it ends down with the magnifying glass. Same thing with 20 songs, which only starts with opening title and Z's theme and down to the magnifying glass. And on side B starts off with Ant Revolution and all the way down to Z's Alive. So that's on the cassette, but on a CD here, it has the total of songs together on one disc. Yes, one disc. Yeah, all the songs here are actually onto one whole disc. So that means they can't do double-sided. So they can't do a CD double-side. And also I've got another soundtrack on CD as an example, and it's from the 80s, like Meet the Raisins. You see, this album here has 12 songs. So, it's on an LP vinyl and cassette also. But on an LP vinyl and cassette with this album, it actually starts off with called Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours, and ends all the way down to Get a Job. That's on side A. So for side B, it starts off with Cool Jerk and ends all the way down to I Heard It Through the Grapevine. Yeah. Ooh, I heard it through the grapevine. I love that song. But on a CD like this, all the songs are onto one disc. See that? Onto one whole disc. So, no double sides, nothing. And another example is something really good, like Michael Jackson, Thriller. Oh, I love this album. So, this came on an LP vinyl too. I don't know if it came on a cassette, but let me know in the comments below. So, there are 9 songs on this album. You see, for the LP vinyl, it starts off with the first song, I just don't know the name, which is right here, and it ends down to Thriller on side A. So for side B, it starts off with Beat It. Love that song. Beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. And it ends down to this song right there. Don't know the name. But when this came on CD 80 years ago, well, even though this one is a reissued one because it doesn't have the thing there that you can take off. You know, the black one, it's just the clear one. So for the CD right here that I got at Barnes & Noble, oh no, not Barnes & Noble, at Newbury Comics, all the songs here are onto one disc. Look at that. One disc. Pretty nice. And another soundtrack that was on cassette and CD is like this one, Titanic, from '97, that my mom got. Yeah, I'll explain about this on April 15th of this year, the true story on how my mom got this. So, this song here came on cassette and CD in '97, including Back to Titanic, that I'll get this year too. So, it came on cassette, but I don't know how many songs on both side A and side B on a cassette. Let me know in the comments below, everyone. So it starts off with Never and Absolution, and that's a really nice song. And on for the last side, it starts off with, I don't know which one, but it heads down to Hymn to the Sea. But for the CD here, it's actually on one disc. So you can actually listen through the whole thing. Pretty nice. And another one as an example, like A Bug's Life. You see, this soundtrack has 20 songs, just like the one with Ants. So, when this soundtrack came on cassette and CD when the movie came, because in the credits when it says available on cassette and CD on Disney Records, you see, on the CD, it actually starts off with, on the cassette with side A, it starts off with this song right there, The Time of Your Life by Randy Newman. And it ends down to Loser, that you can actually see closely there. And as for side B, it starts off with Dot's Rescue and ends down to A Bug's Life Suit. But on the CD here, they're all onto one disc. Check it out. So yeah. Whoop. My bad. The slip thing came out. That thing is such butterfingers there. Funny montage there. And I've got another soundtrack as an example, which is Disney's Dinosaur. This soundtrack came in 2000 when the movie came, so it came on cassette and CD because I checked out the cassette on eBay, but not on Amazon because, well, they're not popular on Amazon like they used to. So, for this soundtrack here, it had the number of 17 songs. I don't know if it's 16 on the other one, but on the cassette, it actually starts off with this right there, which is Inner Sanctum, the Nesting Grounds, and ends down to Raptors and Stand Together. And for side B, it starts off with Across the Desert and down to Epilogue. That's on the cassette version, of course, that I checked out on eBay, the used one. But on the CD here, they're all onto, let me open this up, one disc. Onto one disc, even though it doesn't show the list of songs, but they're all onto one disc. You know, I'll explain about the original motion picture soundtrack and the complete score soundtracks of these songs in the future. And here's another example one. Star Wars The Phantom Menace. You see, this soundtrack has 17 songs. This was also on a cassette too. So it actually starts off with the Star Wars main title and Arrival at Naboo. Yeah, that music is a really good one. And I don't know where it actually ends off on side A. Let me know in the comments below. And then on side B, I don't know what it starts on, but starts... Let me know what in the comments below what song that starts on side B. And it actually ends down to this song here. Love that song because that was the ending of The Phantom Menace. But for the CD here, they're all onto one disc. Yes, one disc. Now, there are other songs that I don't have yet that I'll be playing again. So, like, there's this album called I Can Dream About You, made by Dan Hartman. You know, it's the I Can Dream About You. That song there. So, that was on a cassette and LP vinyl. So, it starts off with one song and ends down to the last. I don't know the names, but let me know in the comments below. It started on side A, and on side B, it has the last 5 songs. But on a CD, it has all 10 songs on one disc. Yeah, there's like a lot of them, but they don't do that anymore. But the one thing I do know is something like this, like like that's never on a cassette, which is the Chicken Little soundtrack. You see, it has all 15 songs on there, and the one thing I know that this actually never came out on cassette. I don't know, but the thing is, if it was on a cassette, it would actually start off with Stir It Up, which is right there, and it would end down to Wannabe, and then as for side B, it would start off with Don't Go Breaking My Heart and end down to Driving with Dad. You know, I'm glad this thing's not on a cassette because I never seen it. Because it's actually onto one disc. So yeah, that's everything you know about it. So for the 8-track, well, they don't do side A, side B on that. It just goes through the whole thing. That's all I gotta say. But the thing is, I actually never get cassettes and listen to them because, well, the tape might break and everything, and it'll make like one of those pitchy sounds when it starts to stretch. This is why I stick with the CDs, everyone. The CDs. And no worries, I will explain about the CDs that has the plain silver with writing in the future when I get some more CDs that are from the 80s and 90s. So that way, I'll tell you everything because my dad knows about this too. And a special shout out to a YouTuber who actually, well, who actually owns the York CD Player Pal. So special shout out to him. Alright, so be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like, send some comments, hit the bell button for brand new videos, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everyone!